Welcome back to the vlog, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to life in the freezer. Now, ironically, if you watch this when it comes out on Sunday, the forecast is actually going to be, at the moment, on Sunday, 13 degrees Celsius above freezing, and a few degrees above at night. So we've had freezing conditions in the day, -5 or more some nights, and yet we're going to have a 2-day blip of very mild weather and rain before it freezes once again. Let's see. Enjoy the rest of the video. So she doesn't think much of me stuffing this camera in her face. This is Lily. But when it comes to the cold, what does she think of it? Not too bad at all. British species, well adapted to this weather, providing they can find enough food and stay dry. Big key to them surviving in the wild, but of course, not in captivity. This little guy, South America, Central America, Mexico, lower states of the US, he's gone now. He can tolerate the cold, but he's got an open fronted roof. He's too gormless to keep dry on a rainy, cold afternoon. So he's spoiled and he's elderly, so he gets a heat lamp. Luna, European eagle owl, a giant puffball. She certainly needs no help in the cold, certainly with a roofed enclosure. This girl here, no problem whatsoever. Probably like you, having 4 sleeping bags on. Absolute ball of fluff. A big body mass. Very, very cold tolerant indeed. No problems at all for her. Look at that beauty. I've got an African species here, so again, he's benefiting. He's benefiting from a roofed enclosure. It's the wet and cold that makes these animals suffer. Just like us, keeping them dry if they're not fully waterproof. This African species isn't highly waterproof, so if he was to get soaked through, he certainly would get cold indeed. But huge body mass, nice and dry, no problem. And more important than ever are some of our vultures. So the yellow-headed vulture here, really important. This bird benefits from a fully enclosed aviary to keep him nice and dry, so that plumage he has got does actually work and keep him warm. You are so vicious towards me. This guy here, like a lot of vultures in captivity, the cold can give their feet frostbite, so it's really important that they don't have wet feet all night, because they don't have much circulation in their feet, really, birds of prey. You tell me your foot's cold, so it's really important they're not standing on damp shells and wet perches on freezing conditions. Nice and dry really is the key. I can't get my phone to do anything. Oh, there we are. Zeus, a bird of Kazakhstan origin. His parents were imported Kazakhstan golden eagles back in the day. This bird's waterproofing and insulation is, I guess, legendary. -30, cold wind, could just sit that out in the wild, no problem at all, and probably awfully lot harsher conditions than that. This is nothing to him whatsoever. Golden eagle. -5. A light covering of snow. The American bald eagle laughed in its face. I've had a disaster. I've made a rookie error. I felt sorry for my little lithops stone plants and overwatered them all. And now they've bolted. Really, the top should be flush with a substrate, more or less. Look at them. Too much water. Rookie error with lithops. I'm going to get over it by topping up around their bases with gravel so they don't look so stupid. Well, after misplacing its special fleece onesie, the Jackie's tied it away somewhere safe, I'm sure. Better late than never. Hopefully, if he's survived the last week of intense cold, he's going to be nice and snug now until spring. Carly's popped round. Hi, Carly. With little Lily. Look at her growing. Yes, you're so cute. Oh, anyway, next week she'll be walking for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah. That sounds wicked. Wow, that's sick, yeah.
Twilight here in the animal enclosures, just checking on everything, but of course I don't really need to check on anything. The girls are pretty good. They look after these little critters as well as all the birds, and Annie's been in today, who's, I would say, like the main caregiver to a lot of these mammals and things in here. Anyway, let me turn you around. Very twilighty. Polecats are loving it. Perfect time of day for those, and look at their thick woolly coats. They certainly don't feel the cold. They really are insulated. In fact, wouldn't mind a bit of that on my body, to be honest. Don't worry, I didn't mean it. They are pretty cute things. Great fun animals. Very, very active. But spend a lot of time sleeping as well, like a lot of predators do, sort of on-off switches. You've got loads of food there, you've had treats and everything today. Still got stuff to do in here. I still haven't done the high-level areas here. Made them safe, crikey. So still got lots to do there. They can't access this at the moment, but they're soon going to have more room and stuff. Prioritising as usual. You're not the priority because you've got plenty of room anyway. Let's see what else we can see. Another evening predator of the UK.
Oh.
Emily's been reorganising the lodge and cleaning up for our guests. She's had to move some of her artwork in here because it's the only room at the centre that doesn't get damp, of course. And the rest she's taken home for winter. Look at this stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Look at that. An original for 25 quid is still here. All Emily's artwork. The lodge is looking pretty good. Nearly done. Well, I bottled it. Last night was -7. These are in a barn if you like, with a open mesh door, and I wasn't sure if they'd be alive. It shows how tough British reptiles are. They're absolutely fine, but I'm gonna hibernate them now, brumate them if you will, with all my other colubrid snakes from Europe and North America, where the temperature can't go below 5 degrees plus, if you like, 5 degrees above freezing. Probably find it's too warm for them, but we'll see. As they've survived -7, they'll probably be just fine where they were, but I'd kick myself if they did actually freeze. So I certainly will not be able to get any more of these ever again. I'm going to get these guys some grub. Like most reptiles, this weather doesn't suit them at all, and they're quite cooped up. The sulcata tortoises, the European or Mediterranean spur-thighed, they're deep in their hibernation or their brumation for the whole of winter. But the sulcatas, these guys, they can't tolerate the cold, they don't hibernate, so they have to have their full spectrum UV daylight lighting, and especially heating more than anything, and kind of cooped up. Remember, once the weather improves, they spend their time foraging grass and other things out in the Falconry Centre for our guests to admire. But wonderful animals. In fact, although I had tortoises as a kid, it wasn't until we've had these guys that I realised what fantastically intelligent, good memory, good vision, good sense of smell. Basically, there's way more to a tortoise than I ever thought, and their eyes, their little beady eyes, there's a lot going on in there, far more than I ever gave tortoises the credit for. So back up at the Falconry Centre, still in the big freeze. It hasn't thawed out yet, due to in a couple of days. Look at the magnificent Arches Field, one of our flying areas where we fly the birds for our experienced day guests, or rather with our experienced day guests as well. Absolutely fantastic. We're lucky here at Icarus Falconry Holdenby House, because when it comes to hands-on experience days, we can honestly say we offer the best experience in the country, and part of that is the amazing settings that you can get to fly the birds in. And of course, when you're here on an experience day, the centre is closed to the public. It's only about you guys, which makes it really unique. So check that out. You've still maybe got time, in fact you have got time because it's all digitally online, to get yourselves a last minute fantastic present for a loved one. 3 tiers of experiences, so something for every pocket, each one equally enjoyable. Anyway, look at that, beautiful. Anyway, lots to do, lots to do. It is a winter wonderland and it is beautiful. I'm going to crack on. Look at this. It really is. This isn't doing it justice. Nature's own canvas. How beautiful is that? Anyway, I'll catch up with you guys soon. I can guarantee you one thing, Zeus is not having a bath today. No way. I'm so lucky that everyone here at Icarus Falconry puts in so much effort to keep this place looking so fantastic. Don't miss out. Come and see us on the openings next year. Holdenby.com for that information, and icarusfalconry.co.uk to come and fly birds on one of our amazing experience days. So when you're housing birds, there's so much stuff to consider. More so with falconry birds. I say falconry as in birds of prey that are trained and flown, because there's so many different things involved compared to, say, just keeping caged birds. But for many things, many animals, including Roxy the fox, let alone just falconry birds, somewhere they can sunbathe in the winter. It is unbelievable. Today, right now, the temperature's 0 degrees. It's freezing. But putting your hand on here, the black plastic, that's warm. It's actually warm. It's nice and warm. The sun's energy, it might be low, but it's still there. And for our kestrel who's just flipped out of the screenshot, to be able to sit in the sun, far better than them sitting in the cold of the shade all day. They love to sunbathe, even nocturnal animals like our owls. I've even seen toads sunbathing, not at this time of year, of course. And here's someone special. Little Robin. Where are you, little Robin? Can you see him? We worry about our birds getting cold overnight, and it's silly really because they're so well fed and well insulated. But can you imagine being a robin or a blue tit or a wren, something even smaller, just, I don't know, 15 grams in weight? And think how long the winter nights are. That guy has only got the short day of winter to collect enough food to burn all through the night without perishing. He's got to fill his fuel tank up and then tick over all night with nothing but his little tiny feathers there, puffball of feathers, to actually keep him insulated and keep that body weight in, trying to conserve those calories. Our birds are so lucky. I often wonder about the wild birds, and I wouldn't want to be one at this time of year. Enjoy the rest of the vlog. Well, here's the favourite snake that I bred this year for sort of unusualness, quality and just beauty. I think this young black-headed python is probably my favourite of this year. And sadly, I guess, he's going to a new home tomorrow. Look at that. So he's eating well, he's doubled in size, and it's time, look at that beautiful thing, it's time for his new home. And it is a he. Someone is going to get their first ever black-headed python, a really cracking species here in the UK. And this is why I breed snakes. When you produce something quite, you know, still quite scarce in the UK really, and you have a baby snake that hatches out and does this well, what a terrific thing to make someone incredibly happy. The Australian black-headed python, let's hope we manage to hatch a couple next year too. Guys, thanks so much for watching these vlogs. Thanks for watching the channel. Please subscribe if you don't mind. Please comment if there's anything negative. Maybe negative criticism, even better than positive criticism. We can kind of change things to suit. Not a moan, but negative critiquing, always welcome, as is of course positivity. Give it a like, it all helps the YouTube algorithms. I'm going to see you guys in the Christmas special, which is in motion right now. Still more to add. See you next week. Have a great week. Thanks once again.